Hey, hi everyone, and welcome to another weekly connection. So, we're going to talk more about the mother and the yin and the yang and all of that today. And so, we want to talk about the divine ministry and how that is the connection of the mother outside of earth. Well, she's part of the ministry. That's not actually accurate, is it? But we're talking about those that are outside of the earth that are now affecting us in so many ways, and in really great ways. We are beginning to balance the male and the female energy. In higher vibrational planets, male and female is not as defined. They're more connected, which is why you're seeing a lot of, a lot of the youth uh, don't appear male or female or both. And that's just part of moving into these higher vibrations. We get rid of the dogma of you have to do this if you're a woman and you have to do that if you're a man, which is great because I know my generation certainly fought for the liberty of women. I mean, you go, well, that wasn't really long ago, but I remember not being able to get a checkbook or a bank account. I guess it's the same. But I mean, there were a lot of things you couldn't do as a woman without a man, father, or husband, alongside you. Today, young women don't even have any idea that that existed. And it wasn't that long ago that that has changed. So the female energy has grown and gotten stronger and stronger rapidly on the planet. And we are thrilled to see that. At least I am. I hope you are too. So we're seeing more and more of a balance of yin and yang. It isn't that the yin or the mother is better than the yang. It's that balance of yin and yang. And that's what we are after. So let's get our oils, and we're going to spray the cosmic thrust oil to just make sure everything's out of your aura. Everything's clear. And use the cosmic thrust. I don't remember what I said, cosmic cleanse or cosmic cleanse. Anyway, cosmic thrust. And we bring it up into our aura, cup our hands together. And take that deep breath in. And that is our connection to heaven and earth. Just makes you strong, makes that orbit strong, that connection to heaven and earth, your tether strong. And that allows you to radiate out through your solar plexus and keep everybody out of there. We don't want them in your solar plexus. And then we do the ascension oil. Oh, I didn't get, there it goes. Right on our third eye in a clockwise circle to remove a lot of those calcium deposits that are in there. And then right under our nose so we smell it, and then I just rub it on me. All right, let's get started. So we, in the fifth dimension, are after a balance of the yin and the yang, or the male and the female. As we go into the divine feminine, and you can see us going into the divine feminine with more and more women taking positions of power and leadership, it isn't that the female is better. It is that we need a balance of the yin and the yang. So the male energy is going through a lot of changes that are naturally occurring as we ascend upward. So we want to bring that energy in that is a balance of energy that radiates from love. So it isn't, I am better because I'm one sex or another. That isn't what is dictating here. What is dictating is, are you coming from love? We call that the chakra that sits between the solar plexus and the sacral conscious use of power, because conscious use of power is love. And that is what we are after. So we want to really work, I don't know what's going on with my voice, with the divine ministry to come from that place of love. All right, good. So Let's do it. Let's make that connection through the well of the mother, and let's really, really get strong as we radiate that light. So I want you to visualize a light, the color of honey, golden, thick, yummy. And Lord Mahia is going to lead us through this. And it's going to come down through your body and radiate through all of your body, every cell, every pore, every part of you, and radiate downward into your legs, a lot at your knees, and then down your legs and out your feet into the earth. The mother grabs onto your golden lariat, and you wrap yourself around the grid system of her energy. And she brings that energy up your back, the yin side of you, with an essence of herself in it, and it goes and connects back to source. And we go around and round. And this is our orbit, our heaven and earth orbit, the yin and the yang. There's always a little yin in the yang and a little yang in the yin. It is a balance of the energy, constantly flowing, constantly moving. And we bring that energy down and around, and we waterfall it out the top of our head. And it sticks to all 12 auras. And you feel strong and connected when you have your orbit on. And you are able to catch those old patterns that kept you in 3D thought. So now we move into the light of love, where we don't judge. And we feel that connection through the well of the mother to all living creatures, to all things. Start by talking to your plants. That's a great place to start. Talk to a stone, a rock. All things created our energy. Everything is energy. All of those created things and that energy vibrate, right? Because that's what energy does. So therefore, we connect through that vibration. So practice doing that. Practice feeling it, and you'll feel it in your heart. Because remember, the mind thinks it knows, but the heart does. What the mind thinks is true, the heart knows if it's true or not true. So we become beings that we radiate from our heart. And the mind is simply for logistics. And we bring that, they say bring the mind 16 inches down into your heart. And when you do that, you're actually able to connect to collective knowledge out there. You just go, and it manifests. And that's what you want to practice doing as we are able to come more and more from a clear space of love. So in the well of the mother, we learn how to connect and to feel that vibration from the earth and from all creatures. So we want to practice that just by talking to a plant, just by talking to the different energies that are there, because everything vibrates, and it is at that vibration level that we communicate. So we feel that well of the mother, and we feel ourselves growing and growing in that connection to the earth. And then we go to the root, where we have been working very, very, very hard at removing all of the 3D malformed thought patterns. And we want to make sure that we're not connected or attracted to or attracting negative thought patterns, because a negative thought pattern cannot adhere or connect to love. It's void of that. Or even if it's not a thought pattern, it could be an Oogie Bear, right? Doesn't matter. They're not going to connect. when the heart is full of love, when that connection to the earth is complete. And then we go up into that root and we erase all of that 3D crazy stuff that comes from anger and fear. And now we move up into the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all what man created to be important or not important. It's all about society and what you're supposed to do and not supposed to do. And particularly what a woman should do and what a man shouldn't do or should do. And these are the things that are shifting and changing. I have seen this change in energy enormously. I see the difference in men and how so many men, not all men, have changed. So many women have expanded, not all women, but we're getting there. We're having a major population shift. Well, we see dads playing with babies now and part of the family, and in other generations that wasn't expected of a man. That alone has changed as they become less driven by that sacral chakra and what they think they are supposed to be or not be. So we're making good progress in this. And then we go to that conscious use of power. As we say, conscious use of power is love. And love removes conflict. And that's what this chakra does. It sits on your spleen. It removes conflict. And then our solar plexus is clear. Now, our solar plexus doesn't hold all that negativity from other people. We connect into the collective consciousness and we don't get glommed because we hold our own energy. We have our orbit on, we have our shield on. And then we bring it up into our empathic shield, which sits on, empathic chakra, which sits on your liver. And that is the best. There's a expression that I give you my heart and my liver. The liver is the atomizer, the emotion of the heart. And when we balance that liver, we feel love in the liver, not anger. So we're working very hard right now, and you see this really working in the collective consciousness of bringing all of that anger, melting it away so that we can come from love and empathy, caring. And then we bring it into the heart where we feel that connectedness. We share our connectedness with all creatures, great and small, even what you would call good and bad, because there's a connectedness no matter what. But when we understand, we can light them with love and make a change. Hatred doesn't change anything. Love does. So we radiate that love to those things that are still held in the 3D malfunction of existence. And then we bring it up into our conscious intent so that we manifest ourselves as very strong, loving, light beings. And when we do that, and we get better and better and better at it, it spreads. The love spreads. Because everything and everyone wants love. Even the rock in your backyard. It's true. They just don't express it like your dog or cat does, or your kids, or anything, but it still exists. And we bring it into our throat, where we can show that we are beings of love and light. And we get better and better at it. so that what comes out of us expresses through the heart, through the throat, is loving consciousness. Because that's our goal, to become loving and conscious beings. And then we bring it into our third eye, where we are just doggone happy to be light seeds. And we can start to see the changes of all of these generations. Star children started pouring into the planet over 100 years ago. And it's taken some time to get enough of a quantum number, enough energy to shift and to make the change. And now we're here. We're there. It's not a future idea or thing. It's current. It's happening now. And the more we vibrate that love, the more we shift and change those who didn't know love but want to. So we know we are doing that job. We know we are light seeds. And we wear that light brightly, shiny, for all to see. And we radiate our crown out as far as we can, as much as we can, and up into the telepathic notch, where we are developing the ability to understand and see others in a loving light. And we let it radiate out 18 inches into our aura because we want to share that light. That's the job of a light seed. Yes, we get the benefit totally and completely of this. And it is our job first to accelerate our own energy. But in doing so, we happily share. So we let others munch and crunch our light. And it's a wonderful task to be a light seed, to be a juice bar, because we help ourselves and others in wearing that shield. And when you don't understand, you have a vehicle to understand, because you will empath. You will empathize with that person. If you don't understand, you get a motion picture, an energy of what they're experiencing. And it's usually sad when someone doesn't have love. They're not happy, but they want love. So you beam them, Scotty. You send them that light. You beam them with love. And you love every single being on this planet and every creature on this planet. And we will get to the fifth dimension just that much faster. So wear your light beam, be the light seed, and have fun this week. I love you all. I'll see you next time.